Alright, so in my last video we closed up this Fade Rift, which was pretty awesome of us. So the current mission that we are on is the finding the 5 apostate caches, and I actually only have 2 left to find, so that's our current mission. Now, I actually finished this playthrough quite a while ago. I'm just finishing off all of the loose ends at the moment. And I'm kind of recording this, I'm just assuming that I know what I'm actually doing, but I've probably forgotten. So if it seems like I'm doing something really weird that I'm not actually talking about, it's because I've completely forgotten. An interesting fact about the magical barriers, like this one right here, you can actually use an archer to get through them, but I think you need to be a tempest to actually get past. I do have examples of this later on in the playthrough, particularly in the Exalted Plains when you're going to fetch all the guys off the barracks, but I thought it was really cool considering how many times it comes up that Sarah's Tempest artistry is more like magic than traditional archery. Now, for any of you guys watching this that have played Dragon Age Origins, you'll probably recognise the name Ash Warriors, and that's because you meet them at Ostagar, the dudes that are like really weirdly bonded to their Mabari. Considering that this cave was supposedly an Ash Warrior refuge, but has been taken over by both Apostates and Red Templars in the months since the Civil War and the Mage Templar Uprising, it kind of just gives me so many questions about what must have happened to these dudes. Like, these guys fought during the Blight, they were kind of badasses. They wouldn't have gone down easily. One thing that is quite interesting is that the Ash Warriors' history is actually a lot like that of the Grey Wardens, that people join them and give up all their worldly goods and everything to join them, and they're offered little to no renown for it. So for them to go missing at around the time of the calling is really kind of interesting. Now, I know I've previously said that my favourite specialism in the game is Knight Enchanter, and that's really true. Knight Enchanter is the only specialism in the game that allows you to fully revive all of your party members to full health in one clean blow. But my favourite class of all time is Rogue. And just because you can, get through locked doors, you can just open anything, you can use the Deft Hands Find Tools perk, it's only applicable to rogues. I mean, when you're a mage, it's kind of awesome, but really the only perk you get for that is using the Veilfire torches and like restructuring the furniture. And I mean, it's awesome, don't get me wrong, but you get so much better loot as a rogue. And like from a practical perspective, I recently, after this playthrough, went back to playing as a mage because it had been a while and I really missed my Solar Velen. And it was just really difficult because as a mage you have to be physically fixed to the spot when you're casting your spells, whereas when you're a rogue you can just like run around or do whatever you want. You're not fixed to that position, whereas when you're a mage, people are coming and attacking you and you have to stay in that place to attack them back. So much wildlife in this area, seriously.
We're needed. Let's move.
Thank you. If not for you, I'd be dead. Do you need anything? Ash should probably report back.
It looks like someone was having a picnic.
Yes. The mage must have been hunting for blood magic.
This is a mage.
Eldreda, yes. I think that was her name. At least I'd heard other apostates call her that. The Templars attacked the apostate. I suppose I just got caught in the middle. So, the truth. I may have been, passing time with Eldreda.
You were trying to find a moment's peace in the midst of this war.
Wait. Yes. At first, she was just a mage who saw me and didn't attack, but later we... So, are you going to report me?
I haven't decided yet.
If you keep quiet on this, I'll be more careful from now on, I promise.
Now, you can actually recruit Ritz as an agent, and that's why it's important you don't give her a straight answer in terms of yes or no. So if you go and get Varric, you can actually recruit her. In order to recruit Ritz, you need either underworld knowledge or Varric in your party. At this point, I don't have either of those, so I'm going to go and grab Varric.
Are you going to report me?
Look, kid, if you can talk an apostate out of her pants in the middle of a war, you've got a gift. Use it. Make contacts, get information, and help the Inquisition. Do that, and our lips are sealed.
All right. I can do that. And thanks for going easy on me.
An interesting fact about your recruitment of agents is that they count as a point for whatever category they represent. For example, Ritz here counts as like underworld and spying, and basically Leliana on the Inquisition perks table. And that's really useful for when you have perks like Deft Hands Fine Tools and you want to unlock it after 4. But it's early on in the game and you don't have the point that you require, and don't want to have to wait for several game milestones to unlock it. As an aside, I realise this is the second time in this video that I've actually mentioned Deft Hands Fine Tools. If you don't know what that perk is, it allows you to open any door in the game, and it's amazing. It gives you all the best loot and schematics. That cache that we just picked up is the last one on the In the Elements quest, so we're about ready to take them all to recruit Whittle. In terms of whether or not we're ready to recruit the refugees at the crossroads, we still have a few things left to do, like killing off the Templars and the Mages at their respective rebel bases, and then we need to go and recruit the elf healer lady at Redcliffe.
fighting has been heaviest here?
If you go over this way, you find a phylactery belonging to a Templar. It's actually the lover of Eldreda? No, not Eldreda. That was the mage we found earlier. She is an enchanter lady who we can recruit because we have Vivienne in our party. Which, yay!
A Templar.
How did the Maker bring you to these hills?
My lady came to the Conclave to support the Divine. When she died, I was lost. But then I heard the words of Speaker Ane, and I knew I had found my new home.
I know you. They call you the Herald of Andraste for what you did at Haven. But are you? The Maker has not told me.
I am the Herald of Andraste.
And do you claim to hold power over the rifts the Maker has opened in the sky?
I can seal rifts, yes.
Then prove it. Show me that the rifts bend to your will, the will of the Maker. Show me the power you wield.
This cult? What are you doing out here? What is it you think is happening?
The Chantry has fallen, and shown its imperfection in doing so. The Chant of Light was a lie. It was arrogance to think that mortal lips could frame the Maker's will, and so we wait in silence. The Maker has opened the sky. Soon he will call his chosen back to the Golden City.
Until later.
Until the Maker brings you back to us.
In times of danger, the simple-minded will cling to whatever superstition they can find, however stupid.
Let's go find Hindle while we're here.
I greet you. My name is Hindle.
Hindle, your mother can't breathe. Your father sent me here for potion.
What? She was fine. She hasn't had the breathing trouble in... All right, I can help. Here, I have some already made. Go, take it to her now.
symbol of the Maker in the signs in the sky.
I don't know much about that. I know the Mages and Templars want to kill each other.
You closed the rifts. You are truly the herald of Andraste.
Is she?
Maker's tears. I was a fool to have doubted you. How may we serve you? Herald of Andraste.
Have your people helped the refugees?
As you say, Herald of Andraste. Some few will remain here, the rest will go forth to do your will. When the Maker calls you to your great purpose, remember that we served you.
Yeah, let's go tell the scout dude that his friend's okay. He'll probably appreciate that, I'm sure. Yeah.
Damn it, Ritz, where are you?
I found Ritz and rescued her from an attack by the Templars. She's fine.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time. It's dangerous out here for everyone. I'm glad the Inquisition is trying to put things right.
One down!
Are you sure?
Please, hurry.
Here you go. The potion and instructions on how to make it.
Siles bless you. Or the Maker. Or whoever. It doesn't matter. Just thank you. I'll give it to her right away. If ever I can help the Inquisition, you have my word.
Now, I don't know how many people actually did this in their playthrough, but you can go back and yell at Hindle to go back to his family, which is quite funny.
Right. That's why.
I have heard stories about you, Herald of Andraste. I am Enchanter Elendra. I hope you find a way to end this foolish war.
I believe this is your phylactery. I found it on the body of a dead Templar named Matrin.
Ah. I suspected he died when he did not join me or send word. Maker curse the fools who started this war. And the fools who now fight it. Thank you. Matrin was important to me. Here, for your trouble.
I'd like to know more about you and Matrin.
Ah, Templars and mages. Natural enemies, they always say. As though you can keep healthy men and women close to each other for years without anyone getting ideas. We were friends for many years, and lovers for many more. And now he is gone because of this war.
The Inquisition could use the skills of a powerful mage.
If I wished to kill others, I would have joined the rebels. How is the Inquisition any better?
The Inquisition is our chance to restore order, Enchanter. Without it, we'll be no better than apostates.
Madame Vivienne, court mage of the Empress of Orlais. I am honored. And if you back the Inquisition, so shall I. My skills are yours. Just give me a moment to gather my things.
Yeah, I don't know why she glitters so much when you recruit her, but there you go.
It's good to see you.
Maker be with you.
Maker's breath. If I were back in the city, I could just steal some blankets.
I found some of the apostate supply stores. I can mark the locations for you.
I'll get out there myself with a few men and pick them up. This will keep a lot more refugees alive next time it snows. I appreciate it.
Know what I hear? The only thing scaring nobles more than these baddies is being asked to help us. Typical, right? Wet and running the first sign of trouble.
I knew a duke who actually had a servant follow him to war with corks in case his bowels loosened. Called him his retainer.
So in one of my earlier videos, I was actually discussing about some of the things I really enjoyed about having certain people in my party. And I said that about Solus, I really enjoyed the fact that he was quite concerned about like the common folk, I suppose. And that sort of leads me quite nicely into Blackwall and Sarah. Blackwall and Sarah both have their different reasons for being so preoccupied with the needs of the everyman. And they both go about it in very different ways as well. But their sort of stance on it is so completely different to Solus's. Like, Solus enjoys the grand game. Like, he's willing to listen to the nobility, depending on where they're coming from. Blackwall and Sarah completely hate nobility on principle. They hate the grand game because usually it results in the poor, impoverished getting hurt. Blackwall and Sarah are both aggressively pro the everyman. Solus is more flexible, I suppose, and this is one of the earliest, I think, hints that he's probably more flexible with his loyalties. And of course, when you know more about Blackwall and Sarah, their aggressive defense of the everyman makes a ton more sense. And of course, Sarah and Blackwall have one of the most organic friendships of any sort of couple of Dragon Age characters that I've ever seen.
I don't understand. I thought the light bound us all together.
I will take these injury reports to Researcher Minave.
Have you kept in touch with our friends in Lady Esterly's estate?
Several bards will play for her tomorrow night. We will have names soon enough. what we have.
Greetings, Herald of Andraste. How fares your quest to seal the breach?
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task, such as closing the breach, is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, and though it is considered heresy to say it, she had the aid of the elf Chartan. Do everything within your power, but remember those who would help you.
You keep talking as though I'm the equal of Andraste. Do you know how unnerving that is?
I can only imagine. But we are all given to our purpose under the Maker. A sword does not ask to be forged. And frankly, if such a comparison gives you pause, I do not see that as a bad thing. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Farewell.
Maker go with you.
And now I'm going to take a brief excursion to the Fallow Mire.
Thank you for coming. Maybe you can solve this mess. Our missing patrols are being held hostage by Avar, barbarians from the mountains.
What are they doing in a bog?
That's the thing. Their leader, he wants them to fight you, because you're the Herald of Andraste.
What do they have against Andraste?
Well, the Avar think there are gods in nature, as in the sky has a god and the forest. The Avar say you're claiming to be sent by one, and they'll challenge the will of your god with their own. I think their leader's just a boastful little prick who wants to brag he killed you.
Should I autograph something for him before he tries to behead me?
They think readings for the weak. You know, scholars, lowlanders, or Legion peasants. Getting to our troops won't be easy. You'll have to fight your way through undead. Wait, you're not squeamish about undead, are you?
They're not on the list of my favorite monsters.
You'll want to stay out of the water, then. The Avar are holed up in the castle on the other side of the Fallow Mire. Maker willing, the Inquisition's people are still alive.